Wizards going for the win. Carrington, 1 second left. Boom. Inside, off the glass. Oh! Yes! Bob Carrington ends the season with a game winner off glass.
Did you see the basket when you shot the ball? Because, like, from the photo, it seemed like you couldn't see anything.
I saw game. That's what I saw. I saw game.
I call game.
What a way to end the season, dude. What a way to end the season. Like, gee, Bob Carrington sent us off into the limelight with great vibes and vibrations in the DMV. You can see it. You can hear it in the press conferences afterwards. Just the jolt of excitement permeating in that locker room. You can see it in the organization. Like, things are changing. The tide is turning, dude. It is. You can just feel it. Like, Ernie Grunfeld couldn't have written a better ending to that. Tommy Shepard, no. Like, I need to calm down. I've gone blue again. Don't care, dude. Bob Carrington got blue in my veins right now. But for the lottery freaks, because there are a lot of lottery freaks out there, myself included, that shot didn't really have that many ramifications in the lottery odds. As a matter of fact, we were set already with a 14% chance to win the number 1 overall pick. To put context into this, you know what I mean? Adam Silver, you know, he implemented a new rule in 2019 saying, you know, the top 3 worst records in the league have the same amount of chance to get a top overall pick. So we're good. We're good. You know, and since that new rule has been implemented, the worst record in the league has not actually had the number 1 overall pick. That was since 2019. So we're good. We're good. The only thing I will say, you know, because we're honest here in the Dirty Bucket, we did drop from having the worst outcome at number 5 to number 6. That's the only thing. I'll take it. I don't. We still have the same odds. So yeah, I just want to toss it in there. But you know, this year we went 18-64. Last year, 15-67. Progress. I'll take it. I'll take it, dude. Next year, 21-61. We're coming. We're coming in hot next year. You know, no, that's not gonna happen. We'll probably be more than that. Anyways, we did, and we accomplished what we needed to do this season. This season, we came in with we didn't have high expectations within the NBA community, within our own community. You know, we came in thinking we got to develop our rookies and get a good lottery chance odds. That's it. You know, this year 2 of rebuild. Let's continue. You know what I mean? Let's support the team. But, you know, let's just be honest with ourselves. You know, management was honest with themselves in the offseason. They didn't make any win now moves. You know, we're rebuilding. I love that, dude. So, yeah, with that in mind, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Wizards and the year in review. Just give my input and 2 cents in this, if anybody cares. But yeah, so before the season started, I made a list, right? List right here. I made a list of like the goals that the Wizards should, in my opinion, you know, this is just my opinion, should strive this season, knowing that we weren't going to be that good. You know, we didn't have playoff aspirations. We were still rebuilding. You know, we had some goals that we needed to meet. And I feel like we met most of them. And we didn't just meet them. We met them wholeheartedly. So, you know, my first goal, I can't see without my glasses. Alex Sarr. To me, now, I mean, this is in no order. I got 6 goals here that I wrote down. Alex Sarr. Speaking of like the summer league and all that stuff, like people jumped off the ship. They jumped off the ship, dude, and there was no iceberg in sight. I don't know why. The summer league is not an iceberg. The summer league is not even an icicle. If anything, that what we learned is that the summer league is not a great valuation point for a rookie, especially a 19-year-old rookie. I mean, I made videos on Alex Sarr, you know, just saying that he proved the entire NBA wrong, which I believe he did, because a lot of people wrote him out. And he had a stellar season. In my opinion, he did. You know, the field goal percentage and the 3-point percentage won't justify that, but watching the film, dude, it's there. You see unicorn activity out there. You know, I've said this many times, and I don't want to go in depth regarding every goal and stuff like that. But my comparison and some comparisons I saw around the league for Alex Sarr was Nick Claxton. That got adjusted. It got adjusted. To me now, I think he can be a Jaren Jackson / Evan Mobley type of player. Both those guys, all-stars. I think Alex Sarr has all-star potential like that. You know, you saw his game. You saw his three-point shot. You know, shooting 32% from the three. Not great, but like for a guy, you know, like in the second half of the season, you know, saw him drop. He was 36 points against Jokic. You know, you saw the offensive game there, and on top of that, the defensive game was expected. We expected him to, you know, provide, you know, a shot blocking presence. You know, he's gonna get better out on the perimeter, dude. But yeah, man, super happy for this guy, dude. And he had a great season, a season to build upon. These are his stats. A learning lesson for a lot of us, I feel like, to not jump off ship. If you see an iceberg, jump off the ship. If you see an iceberg and you're still on the ship, jump off the ship. But if there is no iceberg, dude, you're fine. You're fine, dude. Okay? The SSR. Jordan Poole, number 2. Improvement. And improved he did. Jordan Poole, last year, I mean, again, I'm not going to go in depth, but Jordan Poole last year, he was just not up to par. He was not up to par, ladies and gentlemen. This year, what I wanted to see from him is just improved efficiency. You know, and what he did that and more regarding his leadership. He doubled down on that. I firmly believe Jordan Poole is a guy, is one of those vets, and he's only 25 years old, that you can have the rookies and, you know, the young bucks look up to. You need those vets. They're super integral to a rebuilding team for the rookies to look up to, and he's a good one. He's a gym rat. You know, he's a great leader. He has championship experience, and it's weird. It's weird because he's only 25 years old, and he has a history of being a buffoon. Let's be honest. But he's switching up. He's maturing. You know, and these are his stats right here. Again, I'm not going to go in depth regarding that. I made many videos about Jordan Poole this season, and I plan on making many more. But I believe, check. Alex Sarr, check. Jordan Poole, check. Improved efficiency, 43% from the field, 38% from the three. Come on, let's do it. And he's only going to improve. I still believe he has another leap left. Point guard skills are still not up there yet, honestly. It's improving, but it's not there yet. Next one, Bilal. I don't want to say he regressed. He did improve. I'm not going to get this a full check. As a matter of fact, he will agree with this because he said this. I'm going to put the quote right here. He thought himself he had an inconsistent season. I love that. A guy who's honest with himself. I love that. He knows he can do better. And he did improve in certain facets. The one thing I will admit that doesn't have me worried, because I'm not jumping off ship. But, you know, his 3-point percentage, you wanted to be a little bit more consistent. I believe it was 27%. You know, in his rookie year, he shot 34%. I mean, granted, it was on a little bit lower attempts. I want to get to the 36. 36, please. If you get to the 36, watch out. He did improve driving to the rim. His defense also was stellar. I don't want to go too in-depth about that. Bilal Coulibaly, I believe he definitely has another leap to go. So, but I'm going to put half a check, you know. You know, the season can't be perfect, dude. The Rooks, Bub Carrington, Keyshawn George, beautiful. I'm expecting Bub Carrington to be the second rookie team this year. Keyshawn George, hopefully, we don't know yet. Both of them. Bub Carrington, 82 games played. Lovely. Keyshawn George, hey, that 3-point shot was going in the second half of the season, ladies and gentlemen. Keyshawn George, don't sleep. I know we're not sleeping on him, but the NBA community, they don't know that Keyshawn George is a problem, dude. You know, but those two, I believe, had fine rookie seasons. You know, definitely those two. I mean, I think they can both be starters on teams in the future. Bub Carrington, Keyshawn George, but we'll see. We'll see how this progresses out. Next one, Johnny Davis. This was more of just like, get him off my team. I don't want to talk bad about Johnny Davis. You know, I'm not a freaking vindictive ass wipe. You know, I can be sometimes. But I wish him nothing but the best of luck, but it's more of just like getting the last, I don't want to say stench, but stench. The last stench off the Tommy Shepard era off the team. Get him out. This whole team now looks revamped and new. There is no more marks from Tommy Shepard, I think. Check. Got him off my team. I literally wrote that down. Johnny Davis, get him the hell off my... good luck to Johnny Davis. Last one. Progress and morale. Keep that stabilized. And it looks like we did that. Brian Keefe, kudos to him. There was no fights, no arguments, nothing, no big drama. The only one I could think of was Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma got shipped out. We're good with that. It was a good team. There was no like toxic environment. We needed that. You don't want any of that in the rebuilding phase, and we did that. And I guess the only thing was Kyle Kuzma. We all heard his outbursts. He's in Milwaukee now. He's good. So I believe 5 out of 6 ones with the Bilal Coulibaly. I think this was like a season where we met our goals and we met them really handily. I also want to point out the pluses, the unexpected things that happened during the season that were major pluses for us, and then I'm gonna go to minuses. First one, AJ Johnson. The Kyle Kuzma trade, AJ Johnson. At first, we were just like, what the fuck? We didn't get a first round pick. Well, we got a first round pick player, and AJ Johnson won us over within like 2 weeks. This kid is a baller, dude. This guy is super athletic. He's super raw though. Super raw. But he looks like a guy. Again, I'm not gonna go in depth, but this looks like a guy that we want to at least put him in a rotation next year. Let him keep developing. Who knows what we got with that? But like he could be really good for us. And then also Justin Champagnie. I should have made a video on him. I made a video on all these rookies besides Justin Champagnie. And Champagnie's not a rookie though. Justin frickin' Champagnie. Someone called me out in my previous Wizards video, and I deserve to be called out. I need to be called out every time to time. And said I need to include Justin Champagnie in our future plans. And I do. I'm dicking around. I'll be honest. I was dicking around. Seeing him play night in and night out, and seeing him play against the Heat last night, and just in general, in the past couple of games, like he's been on fire. Contract extension, 4 years, $10 million. Jesus Christ, dude. Will Dawkins, next time we go to Clyde's, it's on me. Will Dawkins, next time we go to Clyde's, it's on me, dude. Beautiful deal. Now we have it's a good problem. Because I'm just like, I kind of want to see Champagnie out there instead of Corey Kispert in the future. I kind of do. I kind of think Champagnie offers more than Corey Kispert. Am I on acid? No. I'm not, I'm saying blue, but I'm not on acid, dude. Justin Champagnie may have very well made Corey Kispert expandable. And I know that a lot of Corey Kispert stands out there. And I get it. I like Corey Kispert, dude. But Champagnie came out of nowhere. Played so well on all facets of the game. This dude is 6'6", 6'5", getting 12 rebounds a night at some nights. Are you kidding me? The hustle. I keep thinking about this. He could be our version of our Josh Hart. And he's 37% from the three. He's a threat. Like Champagnie is now to be included in the future plans like that. I'm talking about like in the rotation, 8-man rotation. Screw the 10-man, 8-man playoff rotation. Champagnie. Hey, man, he's only 23 years old. And on top of that, dude, this is his first year getting major playing time minutes. He's only going to improve. I'm just saying, Champagnie, that dude who called me out, dude, you're right. I was wrong. Major dub on Justin Champagnie. He's slowly becoming one of my favorite Wizards players. And last dub, the Vooch. Tristan Vukovic. The Vooch. I call him the Vooch. For content creation purposes, he's the Vooch. Even though his name is Tristan Vukovic. But he's the Vooch. I'm loving the Vooch. I just like, he's also another dude. I'm just like, I feel like we forget about him. I feel like, myself included. I've said it before. I'm back and forth with him, dude. Like, obviously we know that his main flaw is defense. Job coverage, not up to par. But this is a guy supreme touch around the rim. And I keep thinking about this. A comparison I keep thinking about for the Vooch. An athletic Mo Wagner. I can see that. An athletic Mo Wagner. And he has a shot blocking presence down there. Man's only 22 years old. Look at his numbers. Why aren't we excited about a guy who's shooting 49% from the field and 37% from the three, averaging 9.3 points per game in only 14 minutes per game? You know, this a 7-footer, athletic 7-footer. I do understand though the defense is a liability, but if he can improve on that, you know, and I forgot to mention I view Sarr as a 4 going forward, so hopefully we can find a 5. Maybe Vooch is the 5, but you know, Vooch. I'm loving the Vooch, dude. I'm loving the Vooch. That sounds like a sexual term. I don't care. I'm loving the Vooch. I'm loving the Vooch, dude. Fuck. Bruh, you gonna watch the Commanders game tomorrow? Nah, bruh. I'm gonna stay at home and be with my girl and love the Vooch. I'm loving the Vooch. I'm loving the Vooch, dude. I don't know, man. Is he a part of that core? We have like a core 7. Is he a part of it? No. I like to think he should at least get a viable attempt to be in the rotation next year. Again, this year, first half of the season, didn't really play that much. Once Valanciunas got shipped out, he played more. I'm just saying, dude. If anything else, he's an asset in a trade, you know. But I'm just saying. Let's go over these minuses real quick. I don't want to make this video too long. Kyle Kuzma. He didn't really play, didn't really ball out. Had a down year this year. Last year was pretty much a career year for him. Sucks that we didn't trade him last year. But you know what? We got AJ Johnson, so screw that. But still, minus. Corey Kispert. Second lowest 3-point percentage of his career this season with 36%. He was balling out, though, towards the second half of the season before he got injured. He was balling out, but he did start off the season a bit rough. But who knows? Who knows now? With Justin Champagnie there, I'm going to get to a prediction for Corey Kispert at the end of the video, but I want to blaze through these. Malcolm Brogdon was injured. When he played, he looked like a serviceable player for a playoff team. Granted, the only reason why I put him there, even though I feel like his impact was more in the leadership role, him being in the locker room, we could have flipped him. If he played more, we could have flipped him for at least a second-round pick. But he was injured, unfortunately. Last one, again, this is not really on this player. Saddiq Bey, we didn't get a chance to see him. It's not a minus. These two are not a minuses towards Brogdon or Saddiq Bey because, granted, injuries are part of the game. It's just more of it just sucks. It just sucks that we didn't get to see them play. I thought Saddiq Bey was going to play at least towards the end of the season this year. Didn't really get a chance, unfortunately. But, again, I think he's an asset, though. He's on a cheap deal. Maybe a playoff team wants him in the offseason. Maybe. We don't know. But, yeah, that sucks for Saddiq Bey. I'm excited for him, though. Brian Keefe now. I'm done with the plus and minuses. Brian Keefe. I think he did his job. He survived. He's good. You know, he held down the locker room, made sure there was no freaking toxic diva activity out there. You know, he did his job. The tank commander, let's be honest, but he did his job. You know, he played the rooks. You know, he got on them for not playing defense. But you know what? I like him. He's a good dude. Now, are we going to get a new coach? Maybe. We don't know. I personally, people keep saying Michael Malone. I think Michael Malone is going to be going for a playoff-ready team. I don't think Michael Malone's looking at us right now. Maybe Taylor Jenkins. Maybe. But I think that's going to be decided once our lottery hits. If we get one of the top picks, this team could look even more attractive to a head coach, especially those two head coaches. But yeah, we'll see. I think that's way too early right now. To end this on a very serious note, on a very sentimental note, I think this was a beautiful season. It is weird because we went 18 games. It was a season where we did what we needed to do. During the Tommy Shepard years, honesty was not a key ingredient. You can see it now with Will Dawkins and Ted Leonsis. You got to get Ted Leonsis his props. They're letting us know we are rebuilding. With the moves they made this offseason, with the moves like what they're making during the season, we're rebuilding. They're not lying to us anymore. I love that. And, you know, we did what we needed to do this season. develop our rookies, progress our young players, and get a good chance at the lottery pick. I think we all expected that, and we did it. We got the second best lottery odds. We had the second worst record, but, we did it. And, that's why, even though we won 18 games, it was a straightforward season for us. We did what we needed to do. And you know what? I have not been this excited for the Wizards since 2014. 2014, some of you young bucks out there, Bradley Beal and John Wall, they were young. They were getting ready to blossom. We had really good vets. Nene, Ariza. We finally meshed them together, and we made the playoffs, and we won the first round. Unexpectedly. We were just like, dude, we got a team, we got a future, we got two great guards. That's how I feel right now. I feel so excited. I honestly haven't felt this excited till then. 11 years. 11 years, dude. And who's to say, I don't want to jinx it, dude, but May 12th, I believe it is, could make things even more interesting for us. With the team we have right now, but most importantly, with the guys we have making the decisions, it just gives me a sense of comfort that I didn't really have. And it gives me also immense pride. It does. And I want to end this with, we have 7 young bucks. Bob Carrington, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Bilal Coulibaly, AJ Johnson, Jordan Poole, Justin Champagnie. Those are the core 7. I believe that. Now, if you want to throw in the Vooch, I'm loving the Vooch. That's 8. We got 2 draft picks coming in. We don't know where they're going to be. Hopefully 2. That could be 10. 10 young bucks with great veterans of Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton, Jordan Poole, Anthony Gill, Rashawn Holmes. I get anxiety thinking about the freaking lottery, dude. I get so much anxiety. But, tomorrow night, we're all Memphis Grizzlies fans. In case y'all didn't know, we need the Grizzlies to win to keep the 18th overall pick. It's scheduled to be the 18th, which is awesome. Also, by the way, this is my prediction. 18th overall pick. If the Grizzlies win, we get the 18th pick. My prediction is that we get the 18th pick, attach Corey Kispert to it, we trade back into the lottery. I'm calling it now. We can get to pick 11 with that. Pick 10 maybe. We're all Grizzlies fans. Free Ja Morant. Free. I got ice in my belly. For me, my fat ass, I got ice in my belly. But he got ice in his chili. I got ice in my belly. I got ice in my belly tomorrow, dude. We're good. I'm listening to Yo Gotti tomorrow all day. I don't care who walks by my office. Yo Gotti, fucking, just Yo Gotti. Memphis, we got it. We need this. Please. What do I'm sweating. Fucking hell. I'm sweating. I'm so excited. And I'm so happy for the community, the DMV community. Jaden Daniels, on the other hand, with the Commanders. Whatever happens, lottery day, we have a bright future, dude. We have a bright future. Good days are coming. We just got to withstand it. I want to end this video with this. Good times are coming, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of the good times that we witnessed in the past.
Can't find anybody. He gives it to Wall. Working against Bradley for 3. John Wall!
Hold on.
What a shot!
Now you talk about a pressure shot.